Do you feel like you don't speak enough English? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. In this video, you'll learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in English. Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. Welcome to the 800 Core English Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in English. But there's a twist. With each new lesson in this series, we'll include the previous lessons at the end. So, after you've learned the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at EnglishClass101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally master English. Okay, let's get started. First is take out. Take out. Take out. So the verb take out means to remove something from a location. We often use take out when we're talking about removing something from our house or removing something from a closet. We can also use it to talk about removing food from a restaurant when we take out our order. Can you take out the trash, please? Can you take out the trash, please? Can you take out the trash, please? Waiter. 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 A waiter is a person at a restaurant or perhaps a cafe that takes your order. We typically use the word waiter to talk about staff who are male. I'll call the waiter. I'll call the waiter. I'll call the waiter. Weather report. Weather report. Weather report. A weather report is the part of the news or maybe the part of the newspaper that gives you information about the weather. It usually tells you about a week in advance about what the weather is going to be like. Check the weather report before going sailing. Check the weather report before going sailing. Check the weather report before going sailing. Celsius. 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 Celsius is the system that is used to measure temperature, typically in countries that use the metric system. You might see it shortened as C when you're seeing measurements in degrees. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. TV show. TV show. TV show. A TV show is some kind of program on your TV. You can see on your TV, or these days we can watch on our computers as well. It's usually a series. There are several episodes in a show. So we don't use TV show to talk about movies. We use TV show to talk about things that have episodes, many different episodes. I always watch this TV show. I always watch this TV show. I always watch this TV show. Jogging. 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 Jogging is the name of a very popular form of exercise. As a verb, it's to jog, but jogging, the noun form, expresses the name of the activity, which is just light running. Jogging is fun. Jogging is fun. Jogging is fun. Fast food. Fast food. Fast food. Fast food is food that you can receive quickly. Generally, we imagine very, very big companies like McDonald's or Burger King or maybe Taco Bell or whatever your country has, some kind of place where you can go to get food very quickly. Generally, fast food is not so healthy, but there may be some healthy options out there. I crave fast food every once in a while. I crave fast food every once in a while. I crave fast food every once in a while. Park. 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 A park is a place in your city or in your community that's usually big and open and green. There might be places to sit or places for kids to play. It's a public space that the community can use to enjoy some fresh air and get some exercise. Let's go to the park. Let's go to the park. Let's go to the park. Traffic light. Traffic light. Traffic light. A traffic light is the light that you see above a street when you're using a car or when you're walking around your city. In many U.S. cities and most U.S. cities, the lights are green, yellow, and red. You may also hear these called traffic signals. For your safety, check the traffic lights. For your safety, check the traffic lights. For your safety, check the traffic lights. Sign. 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 A sign is something you see on the side of the road or next to the road that gives you some information about something coming up, or it gives you an action to do, a command. For example, stop when you see the stop sign. Stop when you see the stop sign. Stop when you see the stop sign. Subway. 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 A subway is an underground transportation system. So this is different from a train. A train is above the ground. A subway is usually below the ground. Maybe in some cases the subway comes up out of the ground or comes outside for a short period of time. But usually subways are all underground transportation systems. I take the subway to the office. I take the subway to the office. I take the subway to the office. Train station. Train station. Train station. A train station is a transportation hub. It's a place where a train stops. You can get on and get off the train there. I can't find the train station. I can't find the train station. I can't find the train station. 500. 500. 500. When you count by hundreds, use a base number plus the word hundred. This one means 5 100ths of something. My house is 500 meters from here. My house is 500 meters from here. My house is 500 meters from here. 999. 999. 999. So this number is special because it is the last number that we use with the 100 counting pattern. After this number, we typically use the 1,000 word to count numbers. We bought 999 chairs for the event. We bought 999 chairs for the event. We bought 999 chairs for the event. 101. 101. 101. When you're counting 3-digit numbers, typically it will follow a pattern like this. Number, 100, and another number. It's also extremely common to see 101, so an and before the final number. My score was 101. My score was 101. My score was 101. 400. 400. 400. So again, when you're using the 100 counting pattern, simply use the base number plus the word 100. There is no change to the base number when you're using it with 100. 1 lap in the stadium is 400 meters long. 1 lap in the stadium is 400 meters long. 1 lap in the stadium is 400 meters long. 900. 900. 900. So another example in the 100 counting pattern, we use 9 plus 100 to mean 9 100ths of something. The antique spoon was 900 years old. The antique spoon was 900 years old. The antique spoon was 900 years old. Inch. 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 So an inch is a small unit of measurement. We use this in the USA. It's not used so much in countries that use the metric system. We use it to measure everyday objects, the dimensions of everyday objects, and also on like construction sites and in places where we are building things. I just bought a 40-inch flat screen television. I just bought a 40-inch flat screen television. I just bought a 40-inch flat screen television. Kilogram. 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 A kilogram is a unit of measurement. We use kilograms to measure weight. You will typically see this used in countries that use the metric system. Kilogram is not so commonly used in the US. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. Centimeter. 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 A centimeter is a small unit of measurement that we use to measure the dimensions of everyday objects and to use when we're planning construction projects and so on. I need a 10 centimeter thick mattress. I need a 10 centimeter thick mattress. I need a 10 centimeter thick mattress. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Bye! Headache. 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 A headache is a pain in your head. So when we say, I have a headache, it refers to a pain that's specifically maybe around this area, or for many people, perhaps in the back of the head. My headache is getting worse. My headache is getting worse. My headache is getting worse. Diarrhea. 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 Diarrhea is a very, very unpleasant condition where your body has trouble processing food and drinks correctly. Maybe you have a germ or maybe you ate something that was not good for your stomach, and so you have to use the bathroom a lot, or the way that your body produces waste changes a bit. This medicine will stop the diarrhea. This medicine will stop the diarrhea. This medicine will stop the diarrhea. Symptom. 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 So a symptom is something that you notice that gives you a clue about your sickness. So common symptoms are like fever or a runny nose or a sore throat. These are like the parts of an illness. What are your symptoms? What are your symptoms? What are your symptoms? Stomach ache. Stomach ache. Stomach ache. So a stomach ache refers to, again, an unpleasant feeling in the body, maybe because you ate something bad or maybe because of an illness. But a stomach ache refers to the pain in your body. The earlier word that we talked about that also refers to a pain or an unpleasant feeling in the stomach refers to the waste the body produces. This one is very, very common, especially among kids, stomach aches. Yesterday, I had a bad stomach ache. Yesterday, I had a bad stomach ache. Yesterday, I had a bad stomach ache. Clean. 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 So clean can be used as both an adjective and as a verb. When we use it as a verb, it means to make something tidy or to organize something or to sanitize something. As in, did you clean your room? Did you clean your room? Did you clean your room? Dry. 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 So dry can be used as a verb and as an adjective. When we use it as a verb, it can mean to remove the moisture from something, like when you dry your hair. It can also mean to leave something alone and allow the moisture to leave that thing. For example, I'm waiting for the paint to dry. I'm waiting for the paint to dry. I'm waiting for the paint to dry. Dust. 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 Dust can be used as both a noun and a verb. When we use dust as a noun, it refers to the very, very small pieces of dirt that we find usually in the corners of our homes, or maybe we find it on tops of shelves and so on. I am allergic to dust. I am allergic to dust. I am allergic to dust. Vacuum. 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 Vacuum is both a noun and a verb. When we use vacuum as a verb, it means to use a vacuum cleaner, so a machinery specifically for picking up dust to clean our house. I have to vacuum the hallway before the guests come. I have to vacuum the hallway before the guests come. I have to vacuum the hallway before the guests come. Intersection. 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 So an intersection refers to a place where two roads meet, the two roads cross. We talk about the middle point of those roads as the intersection. There is traffic in the intersection. There is traffic in the intersection. There is traffic in the intersection. Highway. 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 A highway is a road that sometimes is actually higher than other roads, though not always. Sometimes it's at a regular level. But a highway is generally a place where cars can travel very quickly. Highways are generally outside of cities or they're above cities. Traffic conditions on the highway are normal this morning. Traffic conditions on the highway are normal this morning. Traffic conditions on the highway are normal this morning. Road. 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 So road is a very general word that we can apply to many different situations. A highway is a type of road. You can imagine a path in the park is kind of like a small road. Your everyday city streets we can call roads as well. So basically anything that you use to travel, usually with a car or maybe with a bicycle, is something we can call a road. There is ice on the road. There is ice on the road. There is ice on the road. Street. 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 So we use streets as a way to organize our cities. So we often use street and road interchangeably. So we tend to use street when we're talking maybe about cities or in neighborhood situations. Let's cross the street. Let's cross the street. Let's cross the street. Interesting. 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 Interesting is an adjective. We use interesting to describe something that we find cool or something that sparks our curiosity, something that is exciting to us. The title of the book seemed interesting. The title of the book seemed interesting. The title of the book seemed interesting. Mean. 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 We use the word mean to describe someone who is unkind. Someone who is mean is not nice to other people. Some people are just mean and don't want others to be happy. Some people are just mean and don't want others to be happy. Some people are just mean and don't want others to be happy. Bored. 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 So bored is used to talk about your own feelings. When there's nothing to do, or you don't feel excited, or you don't feel interested in something, you can describe that feeling with bored. Remember, when you want to talk about something outside you that doesn't cause you to feel interested, you describe that thing as boring. Your emotions, bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. 700. 700. 700. When you're counting numbers by hundreds, just put the base number before 100. In this case, 7 plus 100 makes 700. This statue is 700 years old. This statue is 700 years old. This statue is 700 years old. 800. 800. 800. So just like the last example, 800 refers to 8 hundredths of something. The field is 800 hectares. The field is 800 hectares. The field is 800 hectares. 200. 200. 200. So again, when you're counting by hundreds, simply put the number before the word hundred. So 200 refers to 2 100ths of something. We have over 200 books here. We have over 200 books here. We have over 200 books here. 300. 300. 300. Again, the latest example, 3 plus 100 refers to 3 100ths of something. You can see that in English, we don't make a change to the number that comes before 100. In some languages, your number that you use to count hundreds may change according to the sound or according to the spelling of the word. In English, we do not need to change this base number. This school has 300 students. This school has 300 students. This school has 300 students. 600. 600. 600. Our final example of hundreds today is 600. So again, 6 comes before the word 100 to refer to 6 100ths of something. 6 times 100 equals 600. 6 times 100 equals 600. 6 times 100 equals 600. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Bye! Now, if you're wondering how to remember these words forever so that you can start speaking more and more, here's how. 1. Review them with our spaced repetition flashcards. Our flashcards will drill these words into your long-term memory. 2. Save the words to our word bank, your personal collection of words, where you can print out physical study sheets. And 3. Watch our looped vocabulary slideshows on repeat until you understand every word. You'll find these tools inside our learning program. Just click the link in the description to get them. Illness. 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 So illness refers to a type of disease or like a type of sickness. We don't really say, I have an illness. It sounds a little bit too formal, but we use illness to describe the level of seriousness of something. For example, he has a cold. It's only a minor illness. He has a cold. It's only a minor illness. He has a cold. It's only a minor illness. Cold. 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 So this use of cold looks at the use that we have to describe a very, very minor sickness. So yes, we can use cold as an adjective to describe low temperatures, but when you see cold used to talk about sickness, it refers to usually something like a runny nose or a sore throat or feeling tired. I think I caught a cold. I think I caught a cold. I think I caught a cold. Injury. 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 Injury is a noun, and it's different from illness or from cold because an injury is something that happens to the body. For example, you have an accident playing sports. That is an injury. And illness refers to some small germs that get into the body and that cause us to be sick. So an injury is something that happens outside you. He suffered a knee injury. He suffered a knee injury. He suffered a knee injury. Medicine. 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 Medicine is what we take to improve our condition. We can use medicine to kill bad germs or to help our body fight bad germs. We can also use medicine to reduce pain in the body. He was given a lot of medicine. He was given a lot of medicine. He was given a lot of medicine. Pain. 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 So pain is a noun. Pain refers to the uncomfortable, the unpleasant feeling in the body we have after an injury. Please keep in mind, pain and hurt are very, very different. Pain is a noun. Hurt is a verb. So when you want to talk about your body feeling uncomfortable, you can say, I have pain, or it hurts. This pain is unbearable. This pain is unbearable. This pain is unbearable. Fever. 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 Fever is a noun, and it refers to the body temperature being higher than normal. So most people have a body temperature that's around 98.6 degrees if we use Fahrenheit, or maybe about 37 degrees or so in Celsius. A fever refers to body temperature that's higher than that. And this is used to indicate whether we are sick or not. She's in bed with a fever. She's in bed with a fever. She's in bed with a fever. Window. 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 So a window is a fixture, a feature in a building. It's usually made of glass, though sometimes it's just open, and it allows us to look out beyond the building. Open the window, please. Open the window, please. Open the window, please. Alcohol. 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 Alcohol in everyday conversation usually refers to something that we drink for fun or maybe because we feel sad in some cases. So it's usually, in many countries, an adults-only drink. We can also use alcohol to talk about an ingredient in cleaning products, though. Like we might use an alcohol sanitizing solution to clean our hands. Whiskey is an alcohol. Whiskey is an alcohol. Whiskey is an alcohol. Meal. 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 So meal refers to the type of food that we eat at the beginning, middle, and end of the day. We call those times when we eat meals. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Fog. 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 Fog is a noun, though you may also hear the word foggy, adjective, used to talk about this weather condition. You can imagine fog as like a lot of clouds very, very low to the ground. The city is covered in fog. The city is covered in fog. The city is covered in fog. Hail. 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 So hail, when used to talk about weather conditions, refers to tiny or sometimes large balls of ice that fall from the sky. It can be quite dangerous. Hail is dangerous. Hail is dangerous. Hail is dangerous. Thunderstorm. 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 A thunderstorm refers to a type of storm that's not just rain and clouds. It's those things plus the sound of thunder. Please keep in mind when we talk about thunder and lightning in a storm, thunder is the sound and lightning is the cracks of light. A thunderstorm is approaching. A thunderstorm is approaching. A thunderstorm is approaching. Aquarium. 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 An aquarium keeps fish and other things that like to live in water. So you can have a small aquarium in your house, or you can visit a larger aquarium that keeps big fish and other exotic creatures. You might have an aquarium in your city. When are we going to the aquarium? When are we going to the aquarium? When are we going to the aquarium? Soccer. 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 Soccer is the word that we use in American English to talk about the sport that many other countries call football. It's fun to play soccer. It's fun to play soccer. It's fun to play soccer. Zoo. 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 A zoo is a park for exotic animals. So many big cities have zoos. You can go there, look at the animals, learn something about them, and in some places you can actually touch some of the animals. Tomorrow we're going to the zoo. Tomorrow we're going to the zoo. Tomorrow we're going to the zoo. Fair. 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 So fare, when used to talk about transportation, refers to how much it costs to take a mode of transportation, or how much it costs to go from one place to another. How much is the bus fare? How much is the bus fare? How much is the bus fare? Bus stop. Bus stop. Bus stop. A bus stop is a place along the route of a bus. So there are typically many bus stops on a bus route. It's a location where you can get on the bus or get off the bus. Let's meet at the bus stop. Let's meet at the bus stop. Let's meet at the bus stop. Gram. 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 A gram is a unit of measurement. You may not hear this word used so much to talk about weights in American English. You might hear this more commonly used in British English, where the metric system is used. When he was born, he weighed 3 kilos and 200 grams. When he was born, he weighed 3 kilos and 200 grams. When he was born, he weighed 3 kilos and 200 grams. Meter. 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 So, like the previous vocabulary word, meter tends to be used more often in countries that use the metric system for measurement. A meter is often used to talk about distances between locations, usually within walking distance. There are 100 centimeters in a meter. There are 100 centimeters in a meter. There are 100 centimeters in a meter. Kilometer. 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 A kilometer is another unit of distance. Again, like the previous two vocabulary words, this is more commonly used in countries that have the metric system or that use the metric system. We use kilometers to measure usually distances between cities. He walked 10 kilometers. He walked 10 kilometers. He walked 10 kilometers. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Bye! Rice. 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 Rice is a very common food. We eat rice with meals, usually as a side dish, but you might also see it used as a main dish. Today I should buy a lot of rice. Today I should buy a lot of rice. Today I should buy a lot of rice. Bread. 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 Bread is another very popular carbohydrate. We often eat bread in the mornings, especially warmed up as toast. I buy my bread at the bakery. I buy my bread at the bakery. I buy my bread at the bakery. Egg. 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 So an egg refers to the raw form of an egg, usually as it comes from a chicken. We can also use the same word to refer to an egg after we cook it. I boil an egg. I boil an egg. I boil an egg. Noodle. 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 So noodle is a countable noun. The plural form is noodles. We typically have noodles in soup or in pasta dishes. Instant noodles are a popular light meal. Instant noodles are a popular light meal. Instant noodles are a popular light meal. Alarm clock. Alarm clock. Alarm clock. So an alarm clock is a clock that has an alarm function. Many of us use our phones as alarm clocks these days. The alarm clock is set for 5 a.m. The alarm clock is set for 5 a.m. The alarm clock is set for 5 a.m. Door, door, door. So a door is the thing that we use to enter or exit a room. You can open or close a door, or in some cases, you can slide open or slide a door closed. Can you close the door? Can you close the door? Can you close the door? Remote control. Remote control. Remote control. A remote control is something we can hold in our hands so we can remotely control something else. That means from a distance, we are able to control something like a TV or air conditioner or something like that. Please pass me the remote control. Please pass me the remote control. Please pass me the remote control. Wipe. 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 So to wipe as a verb refers to this motion. We use the verb wipe often when we talk about cleaning something, like wiping windows or maybe wiping a table, wiping some kind of surface, usually to clean it. Don't forget to wipe the floor. Don't forget to wipe the floor. Don't forget to wipe the floor. Menu. 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 A menu is like a list of choices. We usually think of menus when we visit restaurants, but you can have menus in other situations too. For example, maybe you have menus on your computer or menus on your TV. It's a list of things you can choose from. The customer is looking at the menu. The customer is looking at the menu. The customer is looking at the menu. Magazine. 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 A magazine is a group of articles generally, though you might also see groups of photographs put together. Magazines are generally provided to people once a month or maybe 4 times a year, something like that. So you can usually find magazines about specific topics. Would you like to read some magazines? Would you like to read some magazines? Would you like to read some magazines? Audiobook. Audiobook. Audio-book. So an audiobook is a book that you can listen to. This is different from a regular book because we read regular books. With an audiobook, you can listen and read at the same time if you like. I listen to audiobooks during my commute to work. I listen to audiobooks during my commute to work. I listen to audiobooks during my commute to work. Video game. Video game. Video game. So a video game refers to a game that you can play on your TV or these days also on your computer or your smartphone. We say video game, but it's kind of any game that has a video component to it, something that we can see as we play the game. I'm going to buy a new video game this weekend. I'm going to buy a new video game this weekend. I'm going to buy a new video game this weekend. Cheap. 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 Cheap is the opposite of expensive. When something is cheap, that means it's available for us to buy at a low price, especially at a price lower than we expect. I'm looking for a cheap pair of shoes. I'm looking for a cheap pair of shoes. I'm looking for a cheap pair of shoes. Expensive. 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 So expensive is the opposite of cheap, which we just talked about. Expensive refers to something that has a high price, especially for things that maybe are higher priced than usual. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. It is too expensive. Kind. 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 So the word kind, when used as an adjective, refers to someone who is nice. They are good to other people. She is a kind person with a big smile. She is a kind person with a big smile. She is a kind person with a big smile. Scary. 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 So the adjective scary refers to something that causes us to feel fear. So something outside us is scary. Please keep in mind that when you want to talk about your own emotions, you should describe that as scared. Dark streets are scary. Dark streets are scary. Dark streets are scary. Relaxing. 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 Something that is relaxing is something that causes us to feel relaxed. So again, this is something outside of us. We might hear a relaxing sound like water. We might listen to relaxing music, or we might smell something relaxing. It's something outside of us. We describe our feeling with relaxed. Massages are very relaxing. Massages are very relaxing. Massages are very relaxing. Pound. 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 So in American English, we use the word pound typically to refer to a unit of measurement. In the US, we use pounds to measure weight. 1 pound is 16 ounces. 1 pound is 16 ounces. 1 pound is 16 ounces. Mile. 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 So mile is another word that we use in American English to talk about the distances between things. We typically use mile to describe the distances between two cities. So you might hear kilometer used in other countries and in other types of English. In American English, because of the measurement system we use miles. 1 mile is roughly 1.6 kilometers. 1 mile is roughly 1.6 kilometers. 1 mile is roughly 1.6 kilometers. Foot. 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 So this use of foot refers to another measurement system that is used in the USA. Foot, yes, does refer to the part of your body, but when you see foot used to talk about measurement, it's referring to a size about this big. There are 12 inches in a foot. There are 12 inches in a foot. There are 12 inches in a foot. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Bye! Now, if you're wondering how to remember these words forever so that you can start speaking more and more, here's how. 1. Review them with our spaced repetition flashcards. Our flashcards will drill these words into your long-term memory. 2. Save the words to our word bank, your personal collection of words, where you can print out physical study sheets. And 3. Watch our looped vocabulary slideshows on repeat until you understand every word. You'll find these tools inside our learning program. Just click the link in the description to get them. Cocoa. 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 Cocoa is a very popular drink. It is chocolatey, and we often mix it with milk to create hot cocoa. A warm cup of cocoa is comforting on a cold winter night. A warm cup of cocoa is comforting on a cold winter night. A warm cup of cocoa is comforting on a cold winter night. Soft drink. Soft drink. Soft drink. A soft drink is any kind of drink that does not have alcohol in it. This could be soda, it could be juice, it could be tea. These are all soft drinks. Soft drinks don't contain alcohol and are usually carbonated and served cold. Soft drinks don't contain alcohol and are usually carbonated and served cold. Soft drinks don't contain alcohol and are usually carbonated and served cold. Juice. 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 Juice is a drink that comes from a fruit or a vegetable. Juice is generally quite healthy and it tastes pretty good. Fresh fruit juice is a great way to start any day. Fresh fruit juice is a great way to start any day. Fresh fruit juice is a great way to start any day. Bookshelf. 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 A bookshelf is a piece of furniture. Typically, we use it to keep our books. It is a shelf for our books, but many people use it for other storage too. The bookshelf is full of books. The bookshelf is full of books. The bookshelf is full of books. Bed. 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 A bed is a piece of furniture. A bed is the place where we sleep. There are many different sizes. I bought a new bed. I bought a new bed. I bought a new bed. Mirror. 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 A mirror is an object that is reflective. That means that we can see our faces when we look into it. We typically have mirrors in our bathroom, and we can refer to small mirrors as hand mirrors. The mirror is hanging on the wall. The mirror is hanging on the wall. The mirror is hanging on the wall. Dresser. 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 A dresser is something that we have in our house to store our clothes. This might be inside the closet. It might be inside a room. It can be very big, very small. There are many different styles of dresser. In my house, I don't have a dresser. In my house, I don't have a dresser. In my house, I don't have a dresser. Sweep. 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 Sweep is a verb. We use the word sweep when we talk about cleaning house with a broom. So this motion is called sweeping. So when we want to clean things off the floor, we sweep the floor. It's so dusty. Sweep the floor. It's so dusty. Sweep the floor. It's so dusty. Sweep the floor. Put away. Put away. Put away. To put something away or to put away something means to replace something. So after we use an item in our kitchen, somewhere else in our house, after we use it and we're finished using it, we need to put it away to replace that item in its correct position. I put away the dishes. I put away the dishes. I put away the dishes. Mop. 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 Mop is interesting. A mop, as a noun, refers to the tool we use to clean our floors. It's something that we use with water and soap. We also use this word as a verb to mean to clean the floors with soap and with this scrubbing motion. I spilled the juice, so I'll mop the floor. I spilled the juice, so I'll mop the floor. I spilled the juice, so I'll mop the floor. Waitress, waitress, waitress. A waitress is staff at a restaurant. A waitress is a female staff member who takes orders and delivers them to the kitchen and also brings food to the table. The waitress is holding a tray with glasses. The waitress is holding a tray with glasses. The waitress is holding a tray with glasses. Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit refers to the scale that is used in the USA to measure temperature. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature, temperature, temperature. Temperature refers to how hot or how cold something is. Temperature is increasing. Temperature is increasing. Temperature is increasing. Humid, humid, humid. Humid refers to a weather condition or to an air condition where there is a lot of water in the air. The air feels kind of sticky or heavy. In this country, the climate is humid. In this country, the climate is humid. In this country, the climate is humid. Windy, windy, windy. Windy is an adjective that refers to a weather condition where there's a lot of wind. It's windy outside. It's windy outside. It's windy outside. Playground, playground, playground. A playground is a special feature in a park. They're often brightly colored. The goal of a playground is to give children a place to play. Is there also a slide on the playground? Is there also a slide on the playground? Is there also a slide on the playground? Pool, pool, pool. You can think of a pool kind of like a really, really big bathtub. They're places where we can swim in our cities. The lifeguard is watching the pool. The lifeguard is watching the pool. The lifeguard is watching the pool. Tennis, tennis, tennis. Tennis is a very popular sport. It's played with 2 people, sometimes with 4 people as well, and the players pass a ball, or rather hit a ball, back and forth across a net. Shall we play tennis? Shall we play tennis? Shall we play tennis? Basketball, basketball, basketball. Basketball is a very popular sport where 2 teams compete against each other to score the most points by throwing a ball through a basket. Most basketball players are tall. Most basketball players are tall. Most basketball players are tall. Leader, leader, liter. A liter is a unit of measurement, but this unit of measurement is used for liquid. How many liters of milk did you buy? How many liters of milk did you buy? How many liters of milk did you buy? Well done. In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you'll need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Bye! Frying pan, frying pan. Frying pan. A frying pan is a very common item to have in a kitchen. It's usually quite large and it has a handle on it. We use it to make eggs, pancakes, many different things. This frying pan is very cheap. This frying pan is very cheap. This frying pan is very cheap. Cutting board. Cutting board. Cutting board. A cutting board is, as it sounds, it's a board that can be wood or plastic or maybe another material that we use to cut on. This is to keep our counters clean and safe. The cook is cutting a hard-boiled egg on the cutting board. The cook is cutting a hard-boiled egg on the cutting board. The cook is cutting a hard-boiled egg on the cutting board. Sink. 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 A sink is a place where you wash your hands, or in the kitchen, a place where you wash your dishes. The sink is almost full. The sink is almost full. The sink is almost full. Bowl. 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 A bowl is something that we use to eat soup or stew or perhaps ice cream, anything that is kind of liquid-like. The bowl is empty. The bowl is empty. The bowl is empty. Exit. 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 The exit is the opposite of the entrance. An exit is a way out of somewhere. Where is the exit? Where is the exit? Where is the exit? Map. 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 A map can be a physical item or a digital item. It's a guide to the area around us, or it can be a guide to a larger region, like a state, a city, or even the world. Check the map to find your way to your destination. Check the map to find your way to your destination. Check the map to find your way to your destination. Suitcase. 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 A suitcase is something that we use to keep our belongings in when we travel. A suitcase can be very small or it can be very large. Do not leave valuables in your suitcase. Do not leave valuables in your suitcase. Do not leave valuables in your suitcase. Tourist. 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 A tourist is someone who visits a city or a country just to see the sights. They don't live there. They're just there temporarily for a short time to enjoy famous places. The tourist is taking pictures of the animals. The tourist is taking pictures of the animals. The tourist is taking pictures of the animals. Politics. 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 Politics refers to the government of a country or to the government of a world. It's a popular discussion topic. People like to talk about policies, about people, and about ideas relating to world governments. The politician is talking politics. The politician is talking politics. The politician is talking politics. Biology. 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 Biology is a subject of study. It's a subject in science. Biology refers to living things, to organisms, plants, animals, and creatures. Biology is the study of living organisms. Biology is the study of living organisms. Biology is the study of living organisms. Chemistry. 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 Chemistry is another subject of study, also a science. Chemistry looks at very, very small scale reactions between chemicals, gases, many different kinds of things. The laboratory is a place to learn about chemistry. The laboratory is a place to learn about chemistry. The laboratory is a place to learn about chemistry. Physics. 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 Physics is another topic in the science category. Physics looks at how we understand the world in terms of things like time and space and gravity. I know the basics of physics. I know the basics of physics. I know the basics of physics. Economics. 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 Economics is the study of the economy. So this refers to the money that comes and goes and moves around inside a country or around the world as well. Economics is a good background for many fields. Economics is a good background for many fields. Economics is a good background for many fields. Put. 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 Put is a verb. We can understand it as meaning to place. So it sounds a little bit less formal than place. Please try to put this box on the top shelf. Please try to put this box on the top shelf. Please try to put this box on the top shelf. Remember. 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 Remember is a verb. It means to recall information, to be able to think of something that you saw or heard or learned about in the past. I'll try to remember. I will try to remember. I will try to remember. Hold. 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 Hold is a verb which refers to keeping something usually in your hand. Hold on to the handrail. Hold on to the handrail. Hold on to the handrail. Shopping cart. Shopping cart. Shopping cart. A shopping cart is something we use in the supermarket. They're generally kind of large. We can push them around the store and we put our items inside. The shopping cart is empty. The shopping cart is empty. The shopping cart is empty. Plastic bag. Plastic bag. Plastic bag. A plastic bag is the bag that we get from many stores like supermarkets or convenience stores or maybe other retail stores. We get a plastic bag after we purchase items. The man is carrying a plastic bag full of groceries. The man is carrying a plastic bag full of groceries. The man is carrying a plastic bag full of groceries. Comedy. 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 Comedy is an art form. It's the art of making people laugh. Comedy is also a movie genre. They're watching a comedy and laughing. They're watching a comedy and laughing. They're watching a comedy and laughing. Novel. 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 A novel is a type of book. It's a long story. So there are many different kinds of books. Books that are novels refer to these long stories, often with complex plots and interesting characters. I like suspense novels. I like suspense novels. I like suspense novels. Well done. In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you'll need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Bye! Now, if you're wondering how to remember these words forever so that you can start speaking more and more, here's how. 1. Review them with our spaced repetition flashcards. Our flashcards will drill these words into your long-term memory. 2. Save the words to our word bank, your personal collection of words, where you can print out physical study sheets. And 3, watch our looped vocabulary slideshows on repeat until you understand every word. You'll find these tools inside our learning program. Just click the link in the description to get them. Ninth. 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 Ninth refers to the number 9 of something. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Muslim year. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Muslim year. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Muslim year. 10th. 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 10th refers to the number 10 of something. We can use this in schedules, in tournaments, whatever. I finally made a goal on my 10th attempt. I finally made a goal on my 10th attempt. I finally made a goal on my 10th attempt. 8th. 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 8th refers to the number 8 of something. The pronunciation might be a little tricky, so be careful with this one. I live on the 8th floor. I live on the 8th floor. I live on the 8th floor. Shaving razor. Shaving razor. Shaving razor. A shaving razor is a razor used specifically for shaving hair. This could be on the face or on other parts of the body. Disposable shaving razor. Disposable shaving razor. Disposable shaving razor. Washcloth. 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 A washcloth is a noun, and it refers to a cloth we specifically use for washing the body. The boy is washing his face with a washcloth. The boy is washing his face with a washcloth. The boy is washing his face with a washcloth. Towel. 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 A towel is a cloth that we use to dry things, usually. These can be very large, like to take to the beach, or very small, like for drying our hands. This towel is too small for me. This towel is too small for me. This towel is too small for me. Spoon. 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 A spoon is something we use to eat. It's a curved eating utensil, and we usually use it to eat soups or stews or ice cream, those kinds of things. Forks, spoons, and knives are eating utensils. Forks, spoons, and knives are eating utensils. Forks, spoons, and knives are eating utensils. Fork. 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 A fork is a utensil we use that has prongs at the end. So this is useful for picking things up, like stabbing things and picking things up. The fork is made of plastic. The fork is made of plastic. The fork is made of plastic. Knife. 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 A knife is a utensil we use to cut food. It's usually very sharp. Could you pass me the knife? Could you pass me the knife? Could you pass me the knife? Plate. 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 A plate is something that we use to hold our food. It's a flat object. After we finish cooking food, we put it on a plate. This plate is different from that one. This plate is different from that one. This plate is different from that one. Bee. 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 A bee is a very common creature. Lots of people are afraid of them. Some people have allergies to them. Bees make honey. The bee is pollinating the yellow flower. The bee is pollinating the yellow flower. The bee is pollinating the yellow flower. Ant. 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 An ant is a very common creature. They are very, very small and they live in the ground. Usually you see ants in big groups. Ants have 6 legs. Ants have 6 legs. Ants have 6 legs. Snake. 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 Snakes are creatures that we typically don't see in cities. You might see them out in forests, maybe in desert areas. Lots of people are afraid of snakes. The rattlesnake is coiled and ready to strike. The rattlesnake is coiled and ready to strike. The rattlesnake is coiled and ready to strike. Milk. 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 Milk is a very common and very popular drink. There are many different types of milk. Traditionally, milk came from cows or perhaps goats or sheep, but now there are types that come from nuts or soy and so on. Milk is an important source of calcium for kids and adults. Milk is an important source of calcium for kids and adults. Milk is an important source of calcium for kids and adults. Designer. 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 A designer is someone who has a design-related job. This could be a graphic designer, it could be an interior designer, it could be a fashion designer, someone who creates designs. She wants to become a fashion designer. She wants to become a fashion designer. She wants to become a fashion designer. Artist. 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 An artist is a person who creates art. Art can mean many different things. It could be music, it could be movies, it could be paintings, something you experience in a museum, many different things. Many artists struggle for a long time before achieving success. Many artists struggle for a long time before achieving success. Many artists struggle for a long time before achieving success. Soldier. 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 A soldier is someone who is employed by the military. So their job is to participate in the military and work for the military. Sometimes this means fighting. The soldiers are moving into position. The soldiers are moving into position. The soldiers are moving into position. Entrepreneur. 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 An entrepreneur refers to someone who starts a business. They usually have a big idea that's kind of unique. They have maybe very innovative ways to approach their work sometimes. Entrepreneurs change the world with their ideas. Entrepreneurs change the world with their ideas. Entrepreneurs change the world with their ideas. Short story. Short story. Short story. A short story is different from a novel, for example, because it has very few pages. It's easy to read and understand quickly. I read only short stories. I read only short stories. I read only short stories. Folder. 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 A folder is something that we use to keep documents. This can be a physical folder, or it can be a digital folder. I'm sure you have many of these on your computer. Now, if you're wondering how to remember these words forever so that you can start speaking more and more, here's how. 1. Review them with our spaced repetition flashcards. Our flashcards will drill these words into your long-term memory. 2. Save the words to our word bank, your personal collection of words, where you can print out physical study sheets. And 3, watch our looped vocabulary slideshows on repeat until you understand every word. You'll find these tools inside our learning program. Just click the link in the description to get them. Conditioner. 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 Conditioner is something we use for hair care. We usually use it after shampoo. This makes our hair shiny and soft. Rinse with conditioner. Rinse with conditioner. Rinse with conditioner. Deodorant. 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 Deodorant is something that we use to help prevent unpleasant smells coming from our body. He bought a new deodorant. He bought a new deodorant. He bought a new deodorant. Liquid soap. Liquid soap. Liquid soap. So liquid soap refers to soap that is in liquid form. This is different from something like bar soap, which is solid. Do you have liquid soap? Do you have liquid soap? Do you have liquid soap? Duck. 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 Duck, as a noun, refers to a very common bird. Usually you'll find them at parks, ponds, lakes, and so on. The ducklings follow the mother duck. The ducklings follow the mother duck. The ducklings follow the mother duck. Crow. 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 A crow is a very common bird. It's all black and it's often very noisy. Crows are among the smartest birds. Crows are among the smartest birds. Crows are among the smartest birds. Cockroach. 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 A cockroach is a very small creature. It's a dirty pest, and usually people don't want them in their house. A cockroach has 6 legs, wings, and antenna. A cockroach has 6 legs, wings, and antenna. A cockroach has 6 legs, wings, and antenna. Mosquito. 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 A mosquito is a very small bug. Most people know them because they'll land on you, bite you, and it becomes very itchy afterwards. Dragonflies eat mosquitoes. Dragonflies eat mosquitoes. Dragonflies eat mosquitoes. Construction worker. Construction worker. Construction worker. A construction worker is someone who works on a construction site, which means a place where a building is being made or some kind of maintenance is happening. The construction worker is measuring wood. The construction worker is measuring wood. The construction worker is measuring wood. Homemaker. 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 A homemaker is a person who usually stays in the home to take care of kids, to take care of the home, to prepare meals, and so on. Men and women can be homemakers. The hardest worker anywhere is the homemaker. The hardest worker anywhere is the homemaker. The hardest worker anywhere is the homemaker. Ice. 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 Ice is frozen water. We usually like to drink it in summer to make our drinks cold. Ice has formed on the window. Ice has formed on the window. Ice has formed on the window. History. 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 History refers to the past. It's a topic of study in school. We learn all about the things that happened in the past. You can learn a lot from history, as things tend to repeat themselves. You can learn a lot from history, as things tend to repeat themselves. You can learn a lot from history, as things tend to repeat themselves. Geography. 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 Geography refers to the study of the world. This means memorizing the names of countries and the positions of countries, or even cities, states, regions, and so on. She did not like to study geography. She did not like to study geography. She did not like to study geography. Store. 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 A store refers to any place that sells something. There are many different types of stores, like supermarkets or shoe stores and so on. A store is the general word. I'm going to the store to buy some milk and eggs. I'm going to the store to buy some milk and eggs. I'm going to the store to buy some milk and eggs. Market. 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 A market is a place, often outdoors, where individual sellers can sell things to their customers. We buy our fruits and vegetables at the local market. We buy our fruits and vegetables at the local market. We buy our fruits and vegetables at the local market. Price. 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 Price is a noun. It refers to the cost of something in a store. What is the price? What is the price? What is the price? Coupon. 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 A coupon is something on paper or in some cases digital that you can use to get a discount for a product. I have a coupon for 50% off, so let's eat there. I have a coupon for 50% off, so let's eat there. I have a coupon for 50% off, so let's eat there. Aisle. 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 An aisle is the open space between two rows of things. For example, like rows of seats on an airplane or between shelves in a supermarket. The open space is the aisle. I would like to sit in an aisle seat in case there is an emergency. I would like to sit in an aisle seat in case there is an emergency. I would like to sit in an aisle seat in case there is an emergency. Bag. 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 A bag refers to something that we use to carry things. It can be big or small. My bag is too heavy. My bag is too heavy. My bag is too heavy. Photograph. 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 A photograph is a picture. This word is a noun. Photograph and picture generally refer to the same thing. Photograph might sound a little more formal. This photograph doesn't look good. This photograph doesn't look good. This photograph doesn't look good. Soda. 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 Soda refers to a drink that has bubbles in it. It is a non-alcoholic drink. You might also hear it called pop. Soda contains a lot of sugar. Soda contains a lot of sugar. Soda contains a lot of sugar. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you'll need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Goodbye. Now, if you're wondering how to remember these words forever so that you can start speaking more and more, here's how. 1. Review them with our spaced repetition flashcards. Our flashcards will drill these words into your long-term memory. 2. Save the words to our word bank, your personal collection of words, where you can print out physical study sheets. And 3, watch our looped vocabulary slideshows on repeat until you understand every word. You'll find these tools inside our learning program. Just click the link in the description to get them. Kettle. 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 A kettle is something that you use to heat up water. You might also hear this called a teapot. The kettle is on the stove. The kettle is on the stove. The kettle is on the stove. Pot. 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 A pot is something we use in the kitchen. It's usually big and round, and we use it for soups and stews. That pot is 10 years old. That pot is 10 years old. That pot is 10 years old. Frog. 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 A frog is a small creature. They're typically green, and we can see them around lakes and rivers. The green frog is in the water. The green frog is in the water. The green frog is in the water. Pigeon. 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 A pigeon is a very common bird. They're very well known in big cities and in town centers as kind of a nuisance or a pest. Don't feed the pigeons. Don't feed the pigeons. Don't feed the pigeons. Guidebook. 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 A guidebook is a book that is intended to be used as a guide. We can use guidebooks for restaurants, for travel, for many different topics. A guidebook will give you helpful information for your trip. A guidebook will give you helpful information for your trip. A guidebook will give you helpful information for your trip. Entrance. 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 An entrance is a place usually in a building where you can enter the space. Where's the entrance? Where's the entrance? Where's the entrance? Tour guide. Tour guide. Tour guide. A tour guide is someone who leads a tour. They are the person responsible for guiding the people on the tour. Meet your tour guide at the entrance to the hotel. Meet your tour guide at the entrance to the hotel. Meet your tour guide at the entrance to the hotel. Reservation. 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 A reservation is an appointment. We use the word reservation when we're talking about restaurants, hotels, and flight tickets as well. Do you have a reservation? Do you have a reservation? Do you have a reservation? Passport. 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 A passport is a special document given by your country that allows you to travel internationally. It's ID. The passport has expired. The passport has expired. The passport has expired. Computer science. Computer science. Computer science. Computer science is a topic of study. It's the use of computers and science together. Computer science classes are on Mondays. Computer science classes are on Mondays. Computer science classes are on Mondays. Math. 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 Math is the short form of the word mathematics. It can refer to very simple mathematics or complicated mathematics. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite subject in school is math. Feel. 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 The verb feel can be used to talk about the sensation of touching something, or it can be used to express our emotions. I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful tonight. Draw. 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 The verb draw is the verb that we use to refer to making a picture. So we use a pen or a pencil or something else to create a picture. The artist draws a picture. The artist draws a picture. The artist draws a picture. Plan. 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 Plan can be used as a verb or as a noun. As a verb, it means to create a schedule for something. We'll plan the holiday to Europe. We'll plan the holiday to Europe. We'll plan the holiday to Europe. Sail. 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 Sale is a noun. It refers to a discount. It's often used when shopping to refer to a place where you can receive a discount. There's a big sale in the shoe department. There's a big sale in the shoe department. There's a big sale in the shoe department. Shopping. 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 Shopping can be used as a noun. It can also be a verb in the progressive form. It refers to going out to a mall or a department store to look for something to buy. I love shopping for clothes. I love shopping for clothes. I love shopping for clothes. Fourth. 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 Fourth comes after third, which is after second and first. It refers to the number 4 of something. For my 4th birthday, my mother gave me a book. For my 4th birthday, my mother gave me a book. For my 4th birthday, my mother gave me a book. Fifth. 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 Fifth refers to the number 5 of something. It comes after 4th. You live on the 5th floor, don't you? You live on the 5th floor, don't you? You live on the 5th floor, don't you? Sixth. 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 So sixth refers to the number 6 of something. This is a really good word to practice some pronunciation. Slow down that sixth, that middle part there. The 6th book from the left. The 6th book from the left. The 6th book from the left. Seventh. 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 Seventh refers to the number 7 of something. This is just like the word 7, but with th at the end. Please read the 7th paragraph of the contract. Please read the 7th paragraph of the contract. Please read the 7th paragraph of the contract. Outside. 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 Outside refers to something not in a building. It's getting cloudy outside. It's getting cloudy outside. It's getting cloudy outside. Inside. 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 The word inside refers to something within a building. It's the opposite of outside. We are inside the hotel. We are inside the hotel. We are inside the hotel. Left. 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 Left is the opposite of right. It refers to this side, or if you're watching in this video, this side, I suppose. It's on the left side. It's on the left side. It's on the left side. Right. 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 In terms of direction, right is the opposite of left. We can also use this word to mean correct, but for this lesson, let's focus on meaning the opposite of left. There's a park on the right side of the building. There's a park on the right side of the building. There's a park on the right side of the building. First. 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 First refers to the number one of something. We use this word in competitions, in tournaments, in things to talk about the number one rank of something. They had their first child early. They had their first child early. They had their first child early. Second. 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 Second is what comes after first. It refers to the number two rank of something. Again, we use this in tournaments, in races, and so on. My office is on the second floor. My office is on the second floor. My office is on the second floor. Third. 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 Third refers to the number three of something. While again, we can use this word in tournaments and races, we can also use it to refer to the number three of something. My credit card bill is due on the 3rd of every month. My credit card bill is due on the 3rd of every month. My credit card bill is due on the 3rd of every month. Soap. 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 Soap is what we use to wash our hands, to wash our clothes, to wash our dishes. We can refer to all of these as soap. Bathe with soap and water every day. Bathe with soap and water every day. Bathe with soap and water every day. Toothbrush. 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 A toothbrush is the thing that we use to clean our teeth. So please keep in mind, we do not say teeth brush. No, we use toothbrush, toothbrush here. Can you give me that toothbrush? Can you give me that toothbrush? Can you give me that toothbrush? Toothpaste. 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 So we use toothpaste together with our toothbrush. It's like the paste that we use to clean our teeth. We're out of toothpaste. We're out of toothpaste. We're out of toothpaste. Shampoo. 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 Shampoo refers to the kind of soap that we use to clean our hair. The woman is shampooing her hair. The woman is shampooing her hair. The woman is shampooing her hair. Information. 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 Information can refer to anything that we hear or that we read. It can refer to something written. It can refer to something that we hear in sound. Many different things can be information. Can you send me the information? Can you send me the information? Can you send me the information? Farmer. 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 A farmer is someone who grows food or they raise cattle. Cattle, for example, is sheep, pigs, cows, and so on. A farmer can be a man or a woman. The farmer is in the wheat field. The farmer is in the wheat field. The farmer is in the wheat field. Secretary. 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 A secretary is like an assistant. They usually work in an office, and their responsibilities are schedules, answering phones, helping customers, and so on. The secretary is on the phone. The secretary is on the phone. The secretary is on the phone. Banker. 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 A banker is a person who works in a bank. They're someone that deals with money, they might help their clients, but they work inside a bank. My brother is a banker. My brother is a banker. My brother is a banker. Writer. 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 A writer is someone who writes. This can be a person that writes books, maybe they write articles, maybe they write for a newspaper or a magazine. Someone who writes. The writer is outlining a story on paper. The writer is outlining a story on paper. The writer is outlining a story on paper. Try. 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 To try something is like trying to test something, or rather we are aiming to test something. It's something maybe we don't know how to do yet, or we're not good at doing yet, but we want to. I'm trying to get up at 6 every day. I'm trying to get up at 6 every day. I'm trying to get up at 6 every day. Measure. 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 Measure is a verb and it refers to finding the length or finding the width of something. We can also use it to measure, to find the weight of something. More or less is fine. You don't have to measure every millimeter. More or less is fine. You don't have to measure every millimeter. More or less is fine. You don't have to measure every millimeter. Keep. 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 So the verb keep can refer to holding something, often in your house sometimes, for a long time. We can also use the word keep with another verb to mean continue. It's not so easy to keep creating new ideas. It's not so easy to keep creating new ideas. It's not so easy to keep creating new ideas. Wait. 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 The verb wait refers to stopping activity, usually for a short period of time, in order to do something else. Maybe you are going to meet another person, for example. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at EnglishClass101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you'll need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Goodbye. Brush. 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 This word can be a noun or a verb. As a verb, it's used to talk about combing hair, as with a hairbrush, or cleaning teeth, as with a toothbrush. It's very important to brush your teeth twice a day. It is very important to brush your teeth twice a day. It is very important to brush your teeth twice a day. Shower. 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 Shower can be used as both a noun and a verb. As a verb, it means to clean your body by standing under water. The man showers in the morning. The man showers in the morning. The man showers in the morning. Wash. 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 To wash means to make something clean. We can use it to talk about our bodies, to talk about our clothes, our dishes, anything we want to clean. The woman is washing her face. The woman is washing her face. The woman is washing her face. Leave. 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 To leave means to remove yourself from a location, to go away from a place. I leave early tomorrow morning. I leave early tomorrow morning. I leave early tomorrow morning. Check. 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 Check can be both a noun and a verb. As a verb, it means to confirm something, to see if it's correct or not. As a noun, it refers to the bill, as in at a restaurant. Could I get the check, please? Could I get the check, please? Could I get the check, please? 66. 66. 66. 66 is the number after 65. I ran for 66 minutes. I ran for 66 minutes. I ran for 66 minutes. 77. 77. 77. 77 is the number after 76. His door number is 77. His door number is 77. His door number is 77. 88. 88. 88. 88 is the number after 87. The company has 88 employees. The company has 88 employees. The company has 88 employees. 99. 99. 99. 99 is the number just before 100. His grandfather is 99 years old. His grandfather is 99 years old. His grandfather is 99 years old. 100. 100. 100. 100 is the first three-digit number. There are 100 people in my school. There are 100 people in my school. There are 100 people in my school. Living room. Living room. Living room. The living room is a room in the house where people generally relax. It's very common to have a sofa, maybe chairs, a table, and a television in the living room. This living room is huge. This living room is huge. This living room is huge. Dining room. Dining room. Dining room. A dining room is a room that's specifically for eating or for dining. There's usually a table and some chairs. The dining room is next to the kitchen. The dining room is next to the kitchen. The dining room is next to the kitchen. Hallway. 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 Hallway or hall refers to usually like a tunnel kind of, but inside a house. So from a hallway, you can access many different rooms. Don't run in the hallways. Don't run in the hallways. Don't run in the hallways. Apartment. 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 An apartment is a style of home. So an apartment is one room or maybe one series of rooms inside a larger building. So that means there can be many apartments inside one building. Do you want to rent an apartment? Do you want to rent an apartment? Do you want to rent an apartment? House. 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 A house is a style of residence that is a separate building itself. So one house has like one family living inside it. It's not shared. It's not part of a larger building. This is my house. This is my house. This is my house. Exercise. 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 Exercise has a few different meanings, but we use it a lot to talk about working out, to do something that causes us to sweat for our health. Swimming is a good way to exercise. Swimming is a good way to exercise. Swimming is a good way to exercise. Open. 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 Open can be an adjective or a verb. To open something means to cause it to not be closed. We can also use it to talk about like businesses, stores, and companies that are available for business. We describe them as open. The store is open from 9 a.m. The store is open from 9 a.m. The store is open from 9 a.m. Listen. 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 To listen means to focus your attention on something, like a sound specifically. This is different from hear because with listen, we're actually focusing our attention on something. With hear, information just enters our ears. You should listen to the doctor. You should listen to the doctor. You should listen to the doctor. Birthday. 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 A birthday is a celebration of the day someone was born. I'm going to a birthday party this evening. I'm going to a birthday party this evening. I'm going to a birthday party this evening. Retire. 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 So to retire means to stop working. Usually at an older age, but people like in athletics, for example, may also retire from a sport. So that means they're finished with that particular job. My grandfather wants to retire in a year. My grandfather wants to retire in a year. My grandfather wants to retire in a year. Pajamas. 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 So pajamas are the clothes that you wear when you sleep. This can be anything, whatever you find most comfortable. I want to buy a new pair of pajamas. I want to buy a new pair of pajamas. I want to buy a new pair of pajamas. Brassiere. 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 So brassiere is commonly shortened to just bra. A bra is usually worn by women and it's worn on the chest. White brassiere. White brassiere. White brassiere. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. To wake up means to stop sleeping. It's that moment when you open your eyes, usually in the morning, and you start your day. I need an alarm to help me wake up. I need an alarm to help me wake up. I need an alarm to help me wake up. Commute. 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 So a commute, that word refers to the process of going to work or the process of going to school. I commute to work by train. I commute to work by train. I commute to work by train. Eat. 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 So the verb eat means to put food in your body. So it's a very simple, basic action. The family is eating breakfast. The family is eating breakfast. The family is eating breakfast. Art. 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 So art can refer to any creative work. Music can be art. A painting can be art. Sculptures can be art. Anything that's very creative can be art. She is good at art. She's good at art. She is good at art. Literature. 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 Literature refers to the written word. We tend to use the word literature more in like polite, kind of more formal situations, often with like old-fashioned stories. Literature is full of symbols and stories. Literature is full of symbols and stories. Literature is full of symbols in stories. Movie. 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 A movie is something that we can watch. It's moving images on a screen. How about seeing a movie? How about seeing a movie? How about seeing a movie? Music. 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 So music is entertainment that we listen to. We can enjoy live music, or we can have recorded music on our phones or on CDs or on tapes, whatever. The local music is very interesting. The local music is very interesting. The local music is very interesting. Answer. 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 Answer can be used as a noun or as a verb. As a noun, it refers to like the correct solution to a problem. We can also use answer as a verb to mean to reply to something, like a question. He knows the answer. He knows the answer. He knows the answer. Teach. 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 So to teach means to explain information to someone else. She teaches classes at the university. She teaches classes at the university. She teaches classes at the university. Ask. 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 So this verb is used when you want to get information from someone. Do we need to ask? Do we need to ask? Do we need to ask? Close. 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 So close is the opposite of open. We can also use it as a verb, which means to cause something to not be open anymore. Could you close the door? Could you close the door? Could you close the door? Birth. 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 Birth refers to the act of bringing something into the world. We often use this when we talk about humans being born. We celebrate our birth every year. We celebrate our birth every year. We celebrate our birth every year. Work. 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 Work refers to one's job, so we can use it to talk about our daily tasks. I have a lot of work. I have a lot of work. I have a lot of work. Turn on. Turn on. Turn on. So we use this phrasal verb turn on to mean like start something as a machine. So like we turn on a car or we turn on a light. There's usually some kind of like electricity going to the machine which causes it to start. The man turned on the light. The man turned on the light. The man turned on the light. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off is the opposite of turn on. It means to cause something to lose power. Usually we use this with machines or other like electrical items. Stop the car and turn off the engine. Stop the car and turn off the engine. Stop the car and turn off the engine. Eat out. Eat out. Eat out. To eat out means to go to a restaurant or other kind of dining establishment for a meal. People like to eat out on the weekends. People like to eat out on the weekends. People like to eat out on the weekends. Attend. 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 So to attend, this is a verb, means to participate in something. I attend a meeting. I attend a meeting. I attend a meeting. West. 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 So west is the opposite of east. The sun sets in the west. The sun sets in the west. The sun sets in the west. Necktie. 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 A necktie is an accessory. Usually it's worn by men, but women can wear them too. A necktie is something that's worn around the neck and we tie it, so the name matches the actual object. Which necktie matches this shirt? Which necktie matches this shirt? Which necktie matches this shirt? Suit. 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 So a suit is typically regarded as professional attire. It's something that we wear when we want to go to an important business meeting, for example. Never wear a suit and a pair of sports shoes together. Never wear a suit and a pair of sports shoes together. Never wear a suit and a pair of sports shoes together. Sneaker. 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 A sneaker is a type of shoe. It's typically regarded as a very casual shoe. It's easy to wear and it's easy to walk around in. My sneakers are very comfortable. My sneakers are very comfortable. My sneakers are very comfortable. 21. 21. 21. 21 is the number after 20. 21 is a special age in the United States because this is the age at which people are legally allowed to drink alcohol. The building has 21 stories. The building has 21 stories. The building has 21 stories. 22. 22. 22. 22 is the number after 21. 22 is her favorite number. 22 is her favorite number. 22 is her favorite number. 33. 33. 33. 33 is the number after 32. This book has 33 pages. This book has 33 pages. This book has 33 pages. 44. 44. 44. So 44 is the number after 43. I'll have 44 exams this year. I'll have 44 exams this year. I'll have 44 exams this year. 55. 55. 55. So 55 is the number after 54. Make sure to clearly pronounce the 50 so that you don't make a mistake. It might sound like 15 if you don't pronounce 50 clearly. My TV has 55 channels. My TV has 55 channels. My TV has 55 channels. Student. 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 So a student is a person who attends a school or who attends lessons of some kind. She is a good student. She's a good student. She is a good student. Watch. 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 So a watch can be a noun. It refers to something we use to keep time, we wear on our wrist, or we can use it as a verb. It means to focus our attention on something like a movie or a TV show or maybe a sporting event. I want to watch a movie. I want to watch a movie. I want to watch a movie. Classroom. 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 A classroom is a place usually in a school, but it's a location where someone can teach a lesson. She was alone in the classroom. She was alone in the classroom. She was alone in the classroom. School. 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 A school is a place where lessons are taught. So there are elementary schools, primary schools, there are junior high schools, there are high schools, there are also universities and colleges. These are all considered schools. Many schools don't offer art classes anymore. Many schools don't offer art classes anymore. Many schools don't offer art classes anymore. School chair. School chair. School chair. So a school chair is a specific chair in which you sit when you attend school. This is very common for like primary school students. I bought a cushion for my school chair. I bought a cushion for my school chair. I bought a cushion for my school chair. School desk. School desk. School desk. So a school desk is the desk that a student has in their classroom. The chair is attached to the school desk. The chair is attached to the school desk. The chair is attached to the school desk. Surf the internet. Surf the internet. Surf the internet. So to surf the internet means just to look at things on the internet. Usually we don't have like a goal or there's not really an aim, but we're just checking things out. We're looking around. I surf the internet every night before bed. I surf the internet every night before bed. I surf the internet every night before bed. North. 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 North is the opposite of south. When you look at a map, north is the direction going up. The north wind is cold. The north wind is cold. The north wind is cold. Return. 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 So return can have a couple different meanings. It can mean to bring an object back to a store to get your money back, and you can also use it to talk about going back to a place yourself. When must I return it? When must I return it? When must I return it? Bathe. 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 So to bathe means to wash. We usually use the verb bathe to talk about washing our bodies. I like to bathe in the evening, just after work. I like to bathe in the evening, just after work. I like to bathe in the evening, just after work. Sleep. 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 So sleep can be used as a noun and as a verb. As a verb, it means to go to your bed and to close your eyes and to lose consciousness. It's a good thing. As a noun, it refers to just the act of not being awake. You should sleep early. You should sleep early. You should sleep early. South. 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 So south is the opposite of north. When you look at a map, south is the direction that's going down. The birds are flying to the south. The birds are flying to the south. The birds are flying to the south. President. 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 So the president of a company is the person at the top of the company. We also use president for the leader of a country. He is the president. He is the president. He is the president. Industry. 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 So an industry is like a type or a category of work. Industries need to reduce their wastes. Industries need to reduce their wastes. Industries need to reduce their wastes. Belt. 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 A belt is an accessory. It goes around the waist and it's used to hold pants in place. It can also be used to hold dresses in place. The girl is wearing a red color belt. The girl is wearing a red color belt. The girl is wearing a red color belt. Coin. 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 So a coin is usually a small round-shaped object. It's money, but not the paper kind. It's metal. I don't have coins. I don't have coins. I don't have coins. Money. 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 So money is what we use to pay for goods and to pay for services. We have paper money and we have metal money, coins. We also have digital money too. You're just wasting your money. You're just wasting your money. You're just wasting your money. Debit card. Debit card. Debit card. A debit card is similar to a credit card, but a debit card is connected directly to your bank account. So when you use a debit card, money comes directly from your bank account to pay for something. I lost my debit card and had to go to the police. I lost my debit card and had to go to the police. I lost my debit card and had to go to the police. Bill. 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 There are a couple of different ways to use the word bill. So a bill can refer to paper money. We also use bill to refer to like an invoice, kind of. It's when you receive a paper document, some kind of document for like your utilities, for like the electricity or the water or the internet in your home. He finally managed to pay all his bills. He finally managed to pay all his bills. He finally managed to pay all his bills. Photography. 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 Photography is a noun. It refers to the act of taking pictures. Are you studying photography? Are you studying photography? Are you studying photography? Take off. Take off. Take off. This phrasal verb can have a couple of different meanings. We can use it to mean to remove something, as in removing clothing. It can also refer to a plane leaving the ground. The plane will take off in 20 minutes. The plane will take off in 20 minutes. The plane will take off in 20 minutes. Bedroom. 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 So the bedroom is the place where you sleep. This word is easy to remember because it has bed and room. So the room where your bed is the room where you sleep. The view from the bedroom is beautiful. The view from the bedroom is beautiful. The view from the bedroom is beautiful. Kitchen. 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 So the kitchen is the room in a house where you prepare food. Many people also have a table in their kitchen where they eat as well. The chef cooks in the kitchen. The chef cooks in the kitchen. The chef cooks in the kitchen. Bathroom. 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 So the bathroom is the room in which there's usually a bathtub, and that's the room that we use for bathing and also where we use toilets as well and to wash our hands. The bathroom has a tiny window. The bathroom has a tiny window. The bathroom has a tiny window. Graduation. 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 Graduation is a noun. It refers to the ceremony in which students finish school and are recognized for their academic achievements. You are invited to my sister's graduation. You're invited to my sister's graduation. You are invited to my sister's graduation. Promotion. 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 So promotion can have two different meanings. It can mean advertisement. We use it just the same as we use advertisement. It also refers to situations in which someone receives the opportunity to move up a level in their job. He earned this promotion. He earned this promotion. He earned this promotion. Anniversary. 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 An anniversary is a celebration of a significant day. So usually we have wedding anniversaries, or perhaps there's like an anniversary for a shop or a company opening. Best wishes for your anniversary. Best wishes for your anniversary. Best wishes for your anniversary. Funeral. 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 A funeral is a ceremony where people gather to remember a person who has passed away. A funeral is a time to grieve and remember. A funeral is a time to grieve and remember. A funeral is a time to grieve and remember. Wedding. 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 A wedding is a ceremony in which two people come together and agree to a partnership for life. When is the wedding? When is the wedding? When is the wedding? Explain. 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 To explain means to describe something, usually in detail. Can you explain that to me once more? Can you explain that to me once more? Can you explain that to me once more? Back. 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 So one's back can refer to this part of the body, the part that is not the front of the body. It can also refer to the rear side of something. At the back of our house, we have a garden. At the back of our house, we have a garden. At the back of our house, we have a garden. East. 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 So east is the opposite of west. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. Superior. 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 The word superior can refer to something that's better than something else. We can also use it to talk about the person above us in a work or school situation. My superior is very calm. My superior is very calm. My superior is very calm. Company. 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 So company refers to a place where you work. What do you know about this company? What do you know about this company? What do you know about this company? Salary. 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 So salary refers to the money you receive from doing a job. What are your salary requirements? What are your salary requirements? What are your salary requirements? Radio. 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 So a radio used to refer to a machine we use so that we could receive music and listen to music at home or in the car. And we still have these today, but we also have internet versions of this. I like listening to the radio. I like listening to the radio. I like listening to the radio. Television. 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 So a television is a machine that we use to receive images. We can use it to watch videos. The family is watching television. The family is watching television. The family is watching television. Internet. 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 So the internet is something that we use to receive information on a computer or on our smartphones or on other devices. I gather information from the internet. I gather information from the internet. I gather information from the internet. Newspaper. 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 A newspaper is something that we use to receive the news, and it's on paper. So it's quite literal, a newspaper, a paper that we use to read the news. I read the newspaper every morning. I read the newspaper every morning. I read the newspaper every morning. News channel. News channel. News channel. So a news channel is one channel on TV or perhaps on a web TV that only plays the news. So that's the only thing that is broadcast on that channel, the news. I turn on the news channel in the evening. I turn on the news channel in the evening. I turn on the news channel in the evening. Musical instrument. Musical instrument. Musical instrument. A musical instrument is something that we use to create sounds, to create music. There are string instruments, and there are wind instruments, and there are percussion instruments. Can you play a musical instrument? Can you play a musical instrument? Can you play a musical instrument? Painting. 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 So a painting refers to a work of art that's done by using paint and a paintbrush. This painting is very artistic. This painting is very artistic. This painting is very artistic. Theater. 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 A theater is a place where you can watch a movie or you can see a play or a musical. Where is the theater? Where is the theater? Where is the theater? Musical. 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 So a musical is a type of live show. It's a live show where the actors and the actresses sing the story. I got tickets to a musical. I got tickets to a musical. I got tickets to a musical. Opera. 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 So an opera is different from a musical. A musical is generally kind of a more contemporary story. Operas are a bit more old-fashioned, I guess, and there's a specific type of singing that's known in the opera. My grandparents love going to the opera. My grandparents love going to the opera. My grandparents love going to the opera. Relax. 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 So to relax means to not worry so much. It means to relieve yourself of stress, to do something that you feel like good about. Relax. Everything will be fine. Relax. Everything will be fine. Relax. Everything will be fine. Whiteboard. 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 A whiteboard is a specific type of board. It's usually white in color. We can write on it with markers, and we can also erase it. A whiteboard is a perfect means to demonstrate something visually. A whiteboard is a perfect means to demonstrate something visually. A whiteboard is a perfect means to demonstrate something visually. Blackboard. 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 So a blackboard is a board that is black in color, but we cannot use like markers to write on it and erase. We have to use chalk. The teacher writes on the blackboard. The teacher writes on the blackboard. The teacher writes on the blackboard. Test. 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 Test can be used as both a noun and as a verb. As a noun, it means an examination or some kind of written information used to check someone's knowledge. As a verb, it means to check someone's knowledge. The test is on next Tuesday. The test is on next Tuesday. The test is on next Tuesday. Textbook. 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 So a textbook is something that you use to study a topic. During the year, we will cover the entire textbook. During the year, we'll cover the entire textbook. During the year, we will cover the entire textbook. Front. 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 So front is the opposite of behind. It's something that faces you. He is in front of me. He is in front of me. He is in front of me. Job. job, job. So someone's job is the thing that they do for a living. That's the thing that they do to receive money to live their life. I have a busy job. I have a busy job. I have a busy job. Wallet, wallet, wallet. A wallet is something that you use to store money. You can keep bills, you can keep coins, receipts, credit cards, and other things inside a wallet. My wallet is full of receipts. My wallet is full of receipts. My wallet is full of receipts. Purse, purse, purse. So purse is used to refer to the bag that we use to carry around the things we need for the day. We tend to use purse to refer to women's bags. This is a big purse. This is a big purse. This is a big purse. Order, order, order. We use the verb order to talk about asking for food, usually food or drinks, at a restaurant, at a cafe, or a bar. Confirm the order. Confirm the order. Confirm the order. Field, field, field. A field is a large open area of grass. This can be in nature, but we also use this word to talk about sports fields. Those are large open areas of grass for football or soccer or other sports. The horse is running in the field. The horse is running in the field. The horse is running in the field. Desert, desert, desert. A desert is a very dry place. The image of a desert is a place that has a lot of sand and where it becomes very, very hot. The sun is heating the hot desert. The sun is heating the hot desert. The sun is heating the hot desert. Boss, boss, boss. So the word boss is used to refer to the person in charge at your workplace. Your boss is often your manager or the person above your manager. Our boss allows us to leave earlier on Wednesdays. Our boss allows us to leave earlier on Wednesdays. Our boss allows us to leave earlier on Wednesdays. Office, office, office. So office refers to a place of work. You can use it to talk about the place that you go for work. You can also talk about places where other people work with this word. The office opens at 8 o'clock. The office opens at 8 o'clock. The office opens at 8 o'clock. Coworker, coworker, coworker. Your coworker or your coworkers are the people that you work together with. So these are the people that you share information with, that you meet or communicate with every day. I go out to eat with my coworker every Thursday. I go out to eat with my coworker every Thursday. I go out to eat with my coworker every Thursday. Meeting, meeting, meeting. A meeting is a period of time for which you and perhaps your boss and some of your coworkers gather together to discuss some topic. I forgot that the meeting was today. I forgot that the meeting was today. I forgot that the meeting was today. Police station, police station, police station. A police station is a place where lots and lots of police officers stay. It's kind of like an office, but for the police. The police cars are parked outside the police station. The police cars are parked outside the police station. The police cars are parked outside the police station. Pharmacy. 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 A pharmacy is a place you go to receive medication. So if you've gotten medical treatment from a hospital or a clinic, you can go to a pharmacy to receive the medicine you need. Is there a pharmacy nearby? Is there a pharmacy nearby? Is there a pharmacy nearby? Bakery. 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 A bakery is a place that bakes fresh breads, cookies, and perhaps other kinds of sweets. She goes to the bakery every Sunday with her kids. She goes to the bakery every Sunday with her kids. She goes to the bakery every Sunday with her kids. Movie theater. Movie theater. Movie theater. A movie theater is a place you can go to watch movies on a big screen. You might also hear this called a cinema. This movie theater is so crowded. This movie theater is so crowded. This movie theater is so crowded. Negotiation. 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 A negotiation is a discussion, usually between two groups of people, and they want different things, so they discuss a topic and work together to find an agreement. That process is called a negotiation. After 2 years of negotiation, the two countries were finally able to come to an agreement. After 2 years of negotiation, the two countries were finally able to come to an agreement. After 2 years of negotiation, the two countries were finally able to come to an agreement. Contract. 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 A contract is a written agreement. It's very common to sign a contract before getting something like a mobile phone or getting a loan for something from a bank or other things. Could you come to our office to sign the contract? Could you come to our office to sign the contract? Could you come to our office to sign the contract? Business. 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 So a business is a place of work. We also use the word business to talk generally about the professional world sometimes. My dad owns a business. My dad owns a business. My dad owns a business. Deal. 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 So deal is kind of like a more casual word for agreement. After you've negotiated or discussed something with another person or another group for a while, you might reach an agreement and proclaim it or decide that it's a deal. We have a deal. We have a deal. We have a deal. Busy. 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 Busy is an adjective. It refers to having many things to do or not having very much free time. I'm busy tonight. I'm busy tonight. I'm busy tonight. Serious. 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 Serious can mean something that is not at all like a light topic. So maybe there's some very heavy topics that are considered serious. We can also use the word serious to talk about someone's personality. Someone who is serious doesn't laugh or smile very much. Depression is a very serious mental illness. Depression is a very serious mental illness. Depression is a very serious mental illness. Tired. 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 Tired is an adjective. It means someone doesn't have a lot of energy. Maybe they're ready to go to sleep or ready to just relax. Thanks, but I'm really tired. Thanks, but I'm really tired. Thanks, but I'm really tired. Boring. 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 Boring is an adjective, which means not interesting. My job is boring. My job is boring. My job is boring. Exciting. 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 Something that is exciting is something that is very interesting. So, like roller coasters are very exciting for many people. The movie was very exciting. The movie was very exciting. The movie was very exciting. Important. 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 So the word important means something that we need to consider carefully. Yes, the pronunciation of this word, that first T, is actually reduced. It sounds more like a D in fast speech. Water is important to our body. Water is important to our body. Water is important to our body. Credit card. Credit card. Credit card. So a credit card is a very useful method to pay for things. We use a credit card to pay for something at the moment, and then we repay our credit card company later. Do you take credit card? Do you take credit card? Do you take credit card? Key. 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 So a key is the object that we use to unlock doors or to unlock other things. I lost my car key. I lost my car key. I lost my car key. Driver's license. Driver's license. Driver's license. A driver's license is a certification we receive that explains that we are able to drive a car legally. Do you have a driver's license? Do you have a driver's license? Do you have a driver's license? Forest. 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 A forest is a very large natural area. It's filled with trees, plants, animals, and everything is wild. The raccoon is eating peanuts in the forest. The raccoon is eating peanuts in the forest. The raccoon is eating peanuts in the forest. River. 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 So a river is another natural feature. A river refers to water, often that comes from a mountaintop or another natural source, and moves down into lower elevations. The grizzly bear is running in the river. The grizzly bear is running in the river. The grizzly bear is running in the river. Ocean. 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 So the ocean is that very, very large body of water that covers most of the planet Earth. The sun sets behind the blue ocean. The sun sets behind the blue ocean. The sun sets behind the blue ocean. Lake. 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 A lake is a smaller body of water, though it can be very large. Lakes can be very large. They are surrounded by land. The swan is swimming in the lake. The swan is swimming in the lake. The swan is swimming in the lake. Document. 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 Document can be used as both a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means paperwork. As a verb, we use it to mean make a record of information. She signed the document and returned it. She signed the document and returned it. She signed the document and returned it. Computer. 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 So a computer is a very common machine. Most of the time when we say computer, we mean like our personal computer, like our laptop or something similar, but we also have small computers and things like our smartphones as well. I have a new computer. I have a new computer. I have a new computer. Fax machine. Fax machine. Fax machine. A fax machine is kind of an older type of machine. We use these kinds of machines to send faxes. So we send copies of documents, of paperwork, to other fax machines in other locations. Do you have a fax machine? Do you have a fax machine? Do you have a fax machine? Printer. 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 A printer is a very common machine. We use printers to create physical versions of digital documents, images, and other things. The printer at the office is broken. The printer at the office is broken. The printer at the office is broken. Mechanical pencil. Mechanical pencil. Mechanical pencil. A mechanical pencil is a type of pencil that you can push on to get more lead. Lead is the material that we use with pencils. A mechanical one does not require sharpening at all. The red mechanical pencil has a green eraser. The red mechanical pencil has a green eraser. The red mechanical pencil has a green eraser. Ruler. 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 A ruler is a tool we use to measure things. These are very stiff pieces of plastic, or perhaps metal sometimes, that we use to make straight lines and to see how long or how wide things are. I use a ruler to draw lines. I use a ruler to draw lines. I use a ruler to draw lines. Marker. 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 A marker is something we use to write on surfaces like a whiteboard. So a marker can be erased. You might also see kids using markers to color things in coloring books. The marker is running low on ink. The marker is running low on ink. The marker is running low on ink. Bank. 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 A bank is a place where your money is managed. You can open an account, you can transfer money, you can do many things with money at a bank. Is there a bank near here? Is there a bank near here? Is there a bank near here? Convenience store. Convenience store. Convenience store. A convenience store is usually a small store, often in a very easy to access part of the neighborhood, and they have daily goods, snacks, and other small things that you might need. Go to the convenience store and buy some milk. Go to the convenience store and buy some milk. Go to the convenience store and buy some milk. Hospital. 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 A hospital is a place that you go to receive medical care. She works in a hospital. She works in a hospital. She works in a hospital. Help. 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 We use the verb help in emergency situations, and we also use it when someone gives us their assistance. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Learn. 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 We use the verb learn to describe our studies. Keep in mind when we use this in past tense, it refers to something we have completed. Learn something new. Learn something new. Learn something new. Move. 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 So the verb move refers to any kind of action that's moving from one direction to another. We also use this verb to talk about moving from one house to another house. The alligators are slowly moving through the water. The alligators are slowly moving through the water. The alligators are slowly moving through the water. 17. 17. 17. 17 is the number that comes after 16. His daughter is 17 years old. His daughter is 17 years old. His daughter is 17 years old. 18. 18. 18. 18 is the number after 17. This number has special importance in the USA because it's the age at which people get the right to vote. He's 18 years old. He's 18 years old. He's 18 years old. 19. 19. 19. 19 is the number after 18 and before 20. There are 19 books here. There are 19 books here. There are 19 books here. 20. 20. 20. So 20 is the number after 19. He's been my friend for 20 years. He has been my friend for 20 years. He has been my friend for 20 years. Neck. 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 So your neck is this part of the body, the part of the body between your head and your shoulders. I've got a pain in my neck. I've got a pain in my neck. I've got a pain in my neck. Face. 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 So the face is this part of the body. Your face includes your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your cheeks. This is all your face. Can you show me your funniest face? Can you show me your funniest face? Can you show me your funniest face? Ear. 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 The ear is the part of the body that we use to hear. We have two ears. I have two ears. I have two ears. I have two ears. Hair. 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 So hair is anything on the body that's similar to this. It can be long hair, it can be short hair. We also use the same word to talk about hair on an animal. The woman has black hair. The woman has black hair. The woman has black hair. Mountain. 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 Mountain is a large part of the landscape, often that has snow at the top. Keep in mind when you pronounce this word in fast speech, it sounds like mountain. The T sound is reduced. The little town was nestled in the mountains. The little town was nestled in the mountains. The little town was nestled in the mountains. Beach. 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 So the beach is the area where the land meets the ocean. You might hear people talking about doing activities at the beach, which refers to the general location, or on the beach, which refers to activities on the surface of the beach. There's a lifeguard at the beach. There's a lifeguard at the beach. There's a lifeguard at the beach. Rainforest. 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 So a rainforest is different from just a forest because a rainforest is a forest in a very humid or a very tropical location. Thailand has many rainforests. Thailand has many rainforests. Thailand has many rainforests. Island. 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 An island is a portion of land or a piece of land that is completely surrounded by water. So like Japan is an island. An island is surrounded by water. An island is surrounded by water. An island is surrounded by water. Dictionary. 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 A dictionary is a very large book or online. It's a resource that you can use to check the meanings of words. I bought this dictionary for you. I bought this dictionary for you. I bought this dictionary for you. Blue. 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 The color blue is a very basic color. We commonly associate the color blue with things that are cold or cool. The sky is bright blue. The sky is bright blue. The sky is bright blue. Yellow. 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 The color